Aloha Libra friends, and welcome to your tarot reading for the week of June 9th through the 15th. I am so excited that you're here. A few quick updates before we jump into your cards. My Summer Solstice Abundance candles are now available to reserve. They'll be handcrafted with intention live here on YouTube during the Summer Solstice. And even if you don't reserve one, I'd love for you to join the celebration. It's going to be a magical party, and all of the details are on my website. This month, you can also use the promo code SUMMER15 at themagicsiren.com for 15% off any personal reading, whether it's emailed or a live session. If you want a little extra magic in your inbox, be sure to sign up for my weekly email newsletter over on my website. It's full of updates, special offers, and we do weekly tarot scopes there as well. Don't forget to check out my Patreon for bonus content and exclusive readings, our cozy Facebook group to connect with the Magic Siren community, and my Amazon storefront where you can find all the decks I use in today's reading. Everything is linked in the description below, so let's go ahead and dive into your reading. We're going to start to shuffle here and ask Universe, Spirit, and Tarot for any messages, insight, and guidance for this week of June 9th through the 15th. We're going to do a 3-card spread. We had another card flip here. Let's go ahead and shuffle. We're asking for one more card here from Universe, Tarot, and Spirit. What else do we need to know for our Libra friends? All right, so we have the Page of Swords in reversal, the Two of Pentacles in reversal, and then Temperance. There is this sort of energy here of this week being a week of reflection and understanding of what happened in the past. Now, pretty much across the board, almost every single sign that I have recorded for so far this week has gotten a similar message of reflecting on things of the past. So this is not missing you, Libra. It's the same for you. There is this need for us to take a step back, slow down, and just reflect on things of the past, so that way we can start to see the silver lining in some of those things that maybe didn't work out in the past. Let's go ahead and dive right in. We have that Page of Swords in reversal. The Page of Swords in the upright is sort of this like new curiosity for what's to come. The page cards in the tarot deck, they do represent these sort of messengers of curiosity. And when we see that swords energy, this is like analytics and thoughts and ideas. And so for the majority of you, there are some new ideas, or there are some new sort of ways of communicating that we will be tapping into, or we need to maybe overcome a little bit of a challenge or obstacle so we can get to that place. I think for the majority of you, there's going to be this need for us to be able to see temperance before we can find our new voice, before we can find our new sort of love language, before we're in a place where we can really effectively communicate how we feel and what we want, okay? We'll clarify and kind of see how that plays out. The Two of Pentacles is in a very similar position in a sense of, in order for us to feel like we are on top of the world again, where we're juggling all the things, we're spreading ourselves thin, but we're getting everything done, I do feel like temperance is going to be the key here. I keep talking about temperance, so let's go ahead and talk about temperance for a minute. Temperance is the alchemist in the tarot deck, okay? And so when we see temperance, it's like, all right, things that didn't happen in the past, things that didn't work out in the past, it was for a reason, and we're starting to see that reason now. It's almost like this: oh my gosh, I'm so happy I didn't end up with what I thought I wanted, because now I have this, right? That is coming to fruition for you this week. There is a lot of energy this week, Libra, where things are balancing out naturally because you are the sign of balance, but it's starting to make sense why things didn't work in the past. You're starting to see this sort of silver lining, or that blessing in disguise. And in order for us to be able to be in a place where we have new ideas and new ways of communicating, where we're in this place of we're able to juggle all these responsibilities and projects and thoughts and different things like that effectively, we have to be able to see what that temperance energy is to begin with. This could have been a relationship in the past that didn't work out. This could have been a project that you tried to do and it just didn't end up being what you envisioned. This could have been plans that you had to maybe travel somewhere and it just didn't end up working out. There was some sort of blessing in disguise here that in the moment when it happened, you couldn't see that blessing. But now that we are a week, 2 weeks, a year, 3 years, 5 years out from that situation, take it however it resonates for you, you're starting to see this week just exactly why it didn't work that way, just exactly why your universe said, listen, this is part of divine timing, it's not for you yet, and it'll all make sense in the future. This is that future now. So let me go ahead and clarify. I want to go ahead and see, now that we're coming to the end of seeing what that temperance is, now that we're starting to understand and gain clarity on the blessing in disguise, where are we sort of heading from there? Because I do feel like this week it's going to be hard to have clear thoughts. It's going to be hard to have these sort of clear ways of communications. You might have a hard time, balancing everything that you need to this week. So really slowing down is going to be important for you. We have the Six of Swords, the Hierophant, the Five of Cups. The Six of Swords is, I love that this is coming out for you, especially in this position, because you are going into calmer waters of your life. The Six of Swords says, I'm going from chaotic, stormy waters, and I'm saying enough is enough. I'm getting in my boat. It's almost like this figure and her child get in this boat like in the middle of the night, and they just drive off and start a whole new life. And I feel like this is what you've done in the past, or you're thinking about doing this now. And I almost kind of feel like if you're thinking about doing this now, it's a perfect time to do so. The Five of Cups is like we're walking away from disappointment. But you're going into a time of chaotic waters into calm, tranquil, very understanding energy and waters in your life. And so allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself to feel that. I think once you get into a place where there is that sort of calm balancing out after the fact, which I mentioned you balancing out earlier. I mean, it's natural. Look at your zodiac card here. You are Libra. You are that balancing energy. Things are starting to balance out for you. Allow yourself to do that. And once you get there, your communication skills are going to open up again. For some of you, maybe you were not able to speak your truth in whatever this sort of chaotic waters were, whether it was at a job, a relationship, an environment, whatever. Maybe there was that sort of your throat chakra being blocked. We weren't able to, fully communicate and express ourselves. And now we're coming into a time and a place where we can. We have the Hierophant coming out in the middle there. And the Hierophant represents, it's almost like a lifestyle. It's our routine. It's our structure. It's what we do on a regular basis. The Hierophant holds his hand up and says, the key to success is showing up for yourself every day. The key to success is doing this in a routine. And so maybe there is this sense of building a new routine. Maybe there is this sense of, in order for you to be able to juggle all these things again moving forward, we have to have a better routine. Maybe our lifestyle has completely shifted and changed since whatever this was that we walked away from. And maybe some of you are walking away from this right now. Maybe this is not something that happened a long time ago. Maybe this is like happening in real time for you. Again, take these general readings how they resonate for you. Everyone's energies matter as they watch this. So if this is something that you're currently walking away from, maybe you're seeing the silver lining or the blessing in disguise right away. As soon as you turn around and pick up these two cups. It's interesting how the Temperance has two cups, turning water into wine, right? And then there's two cups behind you for those of you that are going through a disappointment right now. And even if you were going through disappointment in the past and you walked away, if you're going through it right now, though, let's turn around and pick up the two cups that we still have, turn that water into wine, and see that these cups falling and this disappointment, this ending that we're walking away from is happening for a reason. There is that sort of blessing in disguise. And again, it may not have made sense in that moment, because in this moment it feels like grief, it feels like loss, it feels like disappointment, it feels like an ending, right? But when we cross this bridge in the background with these two cups and we sit in this place of temperance, we go into this new city and we start to see that there's much more here for us than these three cups ever had to begin with. I think that's a really important sort of overall message here for you, Libra, for this week, June 5th into the June 9th into the 15th, excuse me. Let me go ahead and kind of see what's happening in terms of emotional fulfillment this week. Pulling out the love oracles here. Oh, we have two cards. We have two cards here. Let's go ahead and take these two. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, and stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I do feel like for the majority of you, your intuition was tested in the past, whatever this sort of loss was. Maybe you intuitively felt like things weren't necessarily for you for the long term there. And maybe we didn't pay attention to those red flags. That was a lesson. in your intuition. So make sure that you're paying attention to those red flags now. You were given that lesson once already, and it will start to make sense moving forward. There's that flip side with the positive thinking and faith. You're not the only person to get this card this week. There is this sort of general understanding of manifestation using the law of attraction, because that's what this card is all about. And it makes sense because we have the summer solstice coming in on the 21st, which is, shortly after this week. So I do feel like that summer solstice kind of opens up this doorway or this portal for everybody to start calling in abundance, calling in manifestation, using in that law of attraction, that positive energy for their best benefits. So I would maybe even be looking into the law of attraction this week, Libra, and kind of figuring out how you can use it as you move into the calmer waters that you're sort of coming into. Quick little overview here, summary. Again, in order for you to be able to get to a place of new ideas, new ways of communications, being in a place where you're juggling all the things and really being effective and efficient with your life, there is this need for us to be able to fully see the silver lining in some of the things that didn't work out for us in the past or currently. Take some time and reevaluate what your day-to-day routine is going to be like, maybe making a new routine for yourself, something that is more rooted and grounded in calm and tranquil energy instead of the chaotic energy that you were once used to. This is a nice reading. I like this for this week. So I hope you were able to enjoy it, maybe gain some clarity or guidance with it. Okay. And if it resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on so that way you don't miss next week's reading. If you're ready for something a little bit more personal, some deeper insight, you can always book a personal reading at themagicsiren.com. And remember to use that promo code SUMMER15 to get 15% off this month of June. I can't wait to see you at the Summer Solstice YouTube live event, whether you're reserving a candle or just joining in on the magic. It's going to be a lot of fun. And don't forget to sign up for my email newsletter for weekly tarot tips, updates, and so much more. Until next time, take care of your energy and keep trusting your magic. Aloha.